Hello, dear students of class 11. This video lecture is based on few more topics related with mechanics. In my last video lecture, I discussed how we use different types of graph to find different parameters related with the motion. Today, I am going to discuss special points related with uniform and non-uniform accelerated motion. You know, uniform accelerated motion is such type of motion in which body's velocity increases or decreases in uniform manner. Means such type of motion in which acceleration associated with the body is constant. And such type of motion in which body's velocity decreases or increases in non-uniform manner, means such type of motion in which acceleration of the body is not constant throughout the motion is known as non-uniform accelerated motion. When we try to discuss the situation based on uniform accelerated motion, we use three equations of motion which you have discussed in class 9 as V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. In these equations of motions, U represents initial velocity of the body, V represents final velocity of the body, A represents acceleration, S represents distance traveled, T represents time. These three equations of motion we use when body is moving horizontally and body is having positive acceleration, means velocity is increasing uniformly. Let body is performing horizontal motion but velocity is decreasing uniformly, means body is having negative acceleration, means body is having retardation. Then equations of motions becomes V is equal to U minus AT, S is equal to UT minus half AT square, and V square is equal to U square minus 2AS. These three equations of motion we use when body is having negative acceleration, means velocity is decreasing uniformly. And these three equations of motion we use when body is having positive acceleration, means velocity is increasing uniformly. If instead of horizontal motion, body is moving in vertically upward direction or in vertically downward direction, then distance or displacement S is replaced by H, height, and acceleration A is replaced by G. With this G is called acceleration due to gravity. So when from the ground body is thrown vertically upward, velocity decreases uniformly. So A will be equal to minus G. So equations of motion will be V is equal to U minus GT, H is equal to UT minus half GT square, and V square is equal to U square minus 2GH. When from certain height body is released in vertically downward direction, velocity increases uniformly means the value of A will be plus G. So equations of motion will be V is equal to U plus GT, H is equal to UT plus half GT square, and V square is equal to U square minus 2GH. So these are four groups of equations which we use directly if body is performing uniform accelerated motion. Two groups of equations of motion for horizontal motion and two groups for vertical motion. If vertically upward motion is there, vertically downward motion is there, horizontal motion with increasing velocity and horizontal motion with decreasing velocity. How these equations of motion are we deduce, that already you discussed in class 9th, mathematical method as well as graphical method. In class 11th, after discussing the calculus topic, we will tell you how these equations of motion can be developed using calculus method. So that we discuss after the calculus, discussion of the calculus. Now, during uniform accelerated motion or uniform retarded motion, distance traveled by the body in t time is calculated by the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. If we put t is equal to 2 seconds, we get distance traveled in 2 seconds. If we put t is equal to 3 seconds, we get distance traveled in 3 seconds. If we put t is equal to 4 seconds, we get distance traveled in 4 seconds. Now we are going to discuss a special topic in which we try to find the expression with the help of which we can calculate distance traveled in any particular second. Here, by putting t is equal to 4, we can find distance traveled in 4 seconds. But they are asking if how much distance body is travelling in 4th second. So there is a difference between the distance traveled in 4 seconds and distance traveled in 4th second. Similarly, by putting t is equal to 10, we will get the distance traveled in 10 seconds. If one is going to ask how much distance body is travelling in 10th second, so the distance travelled by body in 10 seconds and distance travelled by body in 10 seconds will be different. So what is the expression with the help of which we can find the distance travelled by the body in a particular second? See this expression to find distance travelled by any body in a particular second. Suppose a body is performing uniform motion, horizontal motion. It is reference point. From this point we are, with respect to this point, we are observing the motion. When body crosses it, its velocity is u when time is 0. After 1 second, body reaches at B. After 2 seconds, body reaches at C. After 3 seconds, body reaches at D. After 4 seconds, body reaches at E. So if one is asked how much distance body is travelling in 4 seconds, you should say AE is the distance which is travelled by the body in 4 seconds. Now, if this is the distance travelled by body in 1 second, this is the distance travelled by body in 2 seconds, this is the distance travelled by body in 3 seconds, and this one is the distance travelled by body in 4 seconds. So if one is going to ask how much distance is travelled by the body in 4th second, not 4 seconds. So just see this situation. In 1st second, this is the distance travelled. In second it is the distance table, in third second it is the distance table, and in fourth second this is the distance table. So this is the distance table by the body in fourth second, and this is the distance table of body in fourth second. So if they ask how much distance body is traveling in 4 seconds, you will find AE, and for it you have relation S is equal to UT plus half AT square and put T is equal to 4. If they ask how much distance body is traveling in 4th second, so according to this situation, that distance is DE. Now this DE you can write as AE minus AD. Now AE is distance traveled by body in 4 seconds and AD is distance traveled by body in 3 seconds. So when we will try to find the distance traveled by body in 4th second, what we are doing, we are subtracting distance traveled by body in 3 seconds from distance traveled by body in 4 seconds. By same logic, we can say that distance traveled by body in 10th second is equal to distance traveled by body in 10 second minus distance traveled by body in 9 second. Distance traveled by body in 5th second is equal to distance traveled by body in 5 second minus distance traveled by body in 4 second. Distance traveled by body in 100 second will be distance traveled by body in 100 second minus distance traveled by body in 99 second. So the same situation now we are using to deduce the formula. Using the same discussion, we can say that distance traveled by body in nth second will be equal to distance traveled by body in n second minus distance traveled by body in n minus 1 second. Put T is equal to 4, n is equal to 4. Distance traveled by body in 4th second is equal to distance traveled by body in 4 second minus 4 minus 1 will be 3. Distance traveled by body in 3 second. Put T is equal to 10. Distance traveled by body in 10th second is equal to distance traveled by body in 10 second minus distance traveled by body in 9 second, written there. Now, if in t second body travels a distance equal to ut plus half at square, how much distance body travels in n second? Put t is equal to n. Un plus half a into n square. It is the distance travelled by body in n second minus u into n minus 1 plus half into a into n minus 1 whole square. This is the distance travelled by body in n minus 1 second. That is un plus half an square minus, open the bracket, un minus u plus half a n square plus 1 minus 2n. That is un plus half a n square minus un plus u minus half a n square minus half a plus a n. Half a n square will cancel out each other. Un and un will cancel out each other. You will get u minus half a plus a n. That is u plus a by 2 2n minus 1. When you will multiply this a by 2 by 2n, you get this number. When you multiply this a by 2 by minus 1, you get this number. So, the distance travelled by the body in a particular second is calculated by this formula. U plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. अगर कोई आपसे कहे 5 सेकंड में बॉडी ने कितनी डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल की, तो यहाँ पे t बराबर 5 प्लेस करेंगे आप. अगर आपसे किसी ने कहा 5वें सेकंड में बॉडी ने कितनी डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल की, तो यहाँ पे n बराबर 5 प्लेस करेंगे आप. 10 सेकंड में कितनी डिस्टेंस बॉडी चलता है, t बराबर 10 प्लेस करेंगे. 10वें सेकंड में कितनी डिस्टेंस चलता है, यहाँ पे n बराबर 10 प्लेस करेंगे. So this is the expression to find distance traveled by the body in a particular second. The same expression will change its form when we discuss about vertical motion. There A will become G. If instead of horizontal direction, body is moving in vertical direction, then distance traveled by body in nth second will be u plus g by 2 into 2n minus 1. This is for downward motion, and distance traveled by body in nth second will be u minus g by 2 into 2n minus 1. This is for vertically upward motion. Similarly, if in horizontal direction, instead of acceleration, body is having retardation, then this formula will be u minus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. So according to the situation, we will think whether we have to take plus a sign, we have to take minus a sign, we have to take plus g sign, or we have to take minus g sign. So dear students, this topic is important. When you will go for the numericals, you will see that in so many numericals we have to use these topics. So this is all about today's video lecture. It was short lecture. Now my next video lecture is very important, in which we discuss how we use calculus method to describe the motion. Because you know that non-uniform accelerated motion if body is having, either we can use graphical method to find the parameters, or we will use calculus method. So graphical method we have discussed already, and you seen how using graph we find velocity, acceleration, distance traveled and displacement traveled. Now if graph is not given to us, then how we apply calculus method to discuss non-uniform accelerated motion? That will be my next topic of the video. Please do like, share and subscribe my video channel. Thank you.